Stay tuned to hear Miss Monica correct all the facts that were wrong. That's okay, though. We all make mistakes. I screen grabbed something.
Tell me.
I know if I want you to find this interesting, it cannot be about the Cold War.
Thank you.
So hopefully I didn't screen grab something about the Cold War.
I hope it's about fashion.
Okay. Fun to hear updates and the subject synthesized so well. For Monica's anxiety about death. You are on the right track with one of the ways to manage that response. I did CBT for anxiety about death, and the training is what you say. Look at probabilities and odds, focusing on stats and having self-compassion when the worries override the stats and likelihoods. Also, acceptance that we actually have so little control from an existential standpoint, and being truly zen about that from a place of gratitude for each day helps. It's tough to get to that place, though. It took me years. People like Monica and me are prone to rumination, aka sticky brain. It sucks so much and is tough to understand if you don't experience it. Similar to obsessional thinking. Monica's brain is micro-obsessing about death now and making her anxious. Just a perspective, since I know you don't suffer anxiety the same way.
Wow, that was nice.
That was a nice comment. Someone really took some time to try to help.
They did. Thank you. Sticky brain. I've never heard that.
That's what I'm going to start calling you now. Sticky brain. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dan Rather and joined by Sticky Brain.
I hate the way that
I could
sounds.
tell. Yeah, I had a hunch it was going to
I didn't like that. Is it rude for me to talk about this?
Oh, that's always a good start.
When somebody is reaching out to you a lot about hanging out, but you don't really know them well.
Yeah, right.
And so that's just not going to be your priority. How do you handle?
Well, and this might tip you into child ownership. I have much better built-in excuses than you do, and they're legit, which is I don't do anything. Every night of the week, I'm home with my kids eating dinner and then watching TV, right?
Yeah.
So I can just always go like, oh, yeah, I don't, which is true also. We get a babysitter like 6 times a year.
Right.
So I really make it kind of clear. I'm not social. And you really...
It's not true, though. Like, you go to breakfast with people. You make time for the people that you are prioritizing.
Yeah, so I can do a breakfast.
Yeah.
Once every month and a half, I'll do a dude's dinner, maybe 2 months. Yeah.
There are times that you prioritize it, but
that's like top tier best friend maintenance.
That's what I have time for.
Yes.
And I feel like I don't know, because I'll say like, oh, sometimes I'll say I can't for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, now, so that I got to put that on them. If I ask someone to hang out and they said I can't for the foreseeable future, I would go, okay, yeah, they don't want to hang out.
Yeah, but it's not, okay, and it's not personal. It's not like I don't want to hang out with this person specifically. It's I just only have time for the people that I barely that.
Right.
To
that you're closest to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to use that time for those people and not, it sounds mean. It really sounds mean. And I understand that it sounds mean, which is why I find this to be troublesome.
Right. Get a kid.
No, because
okay. I thought you were going to, though.
I haven't decided.
Oh, but after
Mindy,
you kind of were.
I was thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. But, well, and then this is like part of the overall thing. As a parent, you can say that, right? Like you can say like, oh, I'm
with the kids every night.
I've been with the kids. I don't think I'll really be able to make it happen.
Yeah.
And
it's true, which is great.
Yeah, but my stuff is true too.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
It's an excuse and it's not an excuse. Like I really am home every night.
And you go to your meetings, you prioritize the things in your life. Sure. And so do I. And I guess that's like, it's the same thing, but if a single person says it, it sounds more like you're just saying you don't want to.
Yes.
And it seems more rude when really it's the same thing. It's like I'm prioritizing the things in my life that are important to me. And I don't think I can add anything new in right now.
Yes.
Same with young parents and old parents.
Like me.
I wasn't pointing to you.
Grandparent parents.
Yeah. If I am working, that's one category, right?
Yeah.
That's one category of things I have to do during the day.
Yeah.
Category 2 is being by myself.
Yeah.
I need some time to myself.
Yeah.
That leaves a small amount of time for social.
Yeah.
And there's 2 types of social. There is social with basically family, like friends who are basically family. And
Yeah.
you don't have to be or do anything but be yourself. Show up as you.
That's right. Come as you are.
Yeah,
BYOB.
that's right.
Yeah.
Then there's the other bucket of social, which is you have to be on a little bit because you don't know them
Yeah,
as
right.
well.
Yes.
You just have to be the best
first
version
date
of
mode.
yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Let alone the category of dates, which we haven't even thrown in the mix.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, my time is only
Your voice
for-
got high. Currently, my time is
apparently
counted for.
Because we also have to be on during this job quite a lot.
Yeah, many hours a week.
Yeah, and so I'm a little spent of that mode.
You want to be a dud. You want to be able to be
Yeah.
a dud.
And,
Yeah,
and
let
my,
other people-
my close friends allow that.
Yeah, they accept the dud version.
My fear is I'm telling people like I don't have time to do this. I'm sorry, basically. And then those people are gonna see me out.
Sure, with
I
Jess
go
and
out
Anna.
with my friends and be like, fuck you, you said you couldn't. And for me, what I want to say is like, that's a different category
Right.
that I do make time for because I need that restoratively.
I don't think any of these people are entitled to all that information. I think you just need to relieve yourself of
Should
the
I write
guilt.
write a note, make 80 copies, and then pass it out?
Well, look, I do have a set thing in my notes that I
You do?
have. Yes, because I get asked very often to ask Kristen to do things.
You mean
Hey.
go out?
No.
Oh.
Hey, I've got this project Kristen would be great for. Hey, this charity event, can Kristen host?
Sure.
And it's a very sincere, and it's true, which is I won't be a conduit of requests
Yeah.
to Kristen. She gets it all the time, and it's not going to come from me.
Right.
It's damaging to the relationship
Yeah.
for us to be not wanting to hear what each other has to say.
Sure.
So I took the time at some point to write out a very thoughtful
Wow.
version of that, but I don't want to have to do that every single time. So I have it in my notes, and I just copy and paste.
Oh my God. Do you want to read it?
So maybe, I wonder if I can find it now that I've said that. Not, and if you've received this, then you know.
See, this
That's okay,
is-
because it's legit, and I
Yeah.
stand by it. No, I can't find it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think the parents deal with it the most.
What do you mean?
Like my mom gets a lot of requests. I think Kristen's mom gets a lot of requests. And I get it because you're like, oh, a parent can ask their kid anything,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it's true.
Like if I wanted Ace to do something, I'd be like, I just ask Charlie. He'll ask him.
Probably.
He's got no autonomy. He's got to listen to this
He's just a
request.
child.
I should ask Ace if he'll host a gala.
He'd be great.
He would if he danced.
Oh, yeah. He's such a good dancer.
He and Lincoln were so cute at Disneyland.
Oh.
It's so fun to watch. They really
Were
get
they
along, really.
dancing?
They weren't dancing. That's the problem. That's the annoying and attractive thing about Ace is he's the world's best dancer, but he won't.
I know. I
He
love
won't give it
that.
to you.
I get it.
Like if I were him, all I would do is dance.
I know. And then people would be like, can you stop?
I know. I would exploit it and wring it out for every bit of attention I could, and he doesn't. He's like, he was right to be trusted with that superpower.
Yeah.
Although he needs to lighten up the reins a little bit. I think like on Thanksgiving, he should do a dance performance for us.
No.
Once a year, he should put on. We sit through these other talent shows with the kids.
I
And
know.
the videos they make. We got an actual bona fide talent in the mix, and he's not showing
But
us.
he is, it's exactly correct because we are like, oh, I just wish he would dance for us.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want people to want you bad.
Do you think it's weird? I think everyone does this, but do you think it's weird to look at a kid and go like, oh my God, he's going to do so well with the ladies? Like every time I'm around Ace, all I can think is like, God, this guy's every option's going to be available to him. Great dancer,
think-
sweetheart, gorgeous.
I do think that's your first instinct.
Everyone's or Dax's?
Dax's.
Okay, yeah.
It's not my first instinct.
It's not.
No. I think you put a lot of emphasis on
romantic
dancing.
love. Oh, dancing. Yeah.
I mean, dancing's hot, but it's not like...
You don't think it's a silver bullet?
I don't.
I do.
I know
if
you
you
do.
look good dancing.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just know the Running Man. If you look stupid doing the Running Man,
yeah, but
that's
there's
a pass.
just so few opportunities in this world to dance. It's not like when we were in college and everyone was dancing every night.
No, if you're into dancing, you go out dancing and people see you. They see you.
But when you're
coming.
an adult,
I see you, the dog, Charlie.
Okay.
Rottweiler.
When I, as an adult, there are so many adults I know that I've never seen them dance. I have no idea what they look like dancing.
Well, you know what everyone in the pod looks like dancing.
No?
Sure, we've been to weddings. We've been to...
Yeah, but like nothing stands out at all.
Come on, roller skate parties.
Roller skate parties
Ryan's
isn't
a great
dancing.
You could name the great
Ryan-
dancers. Erica, great dancer. We know
She's a great, but I know that because she posts videos of her dancing in a dance class.
Yeah, and you've seen her.
But not like, she's not, that's
Matt and
not,
Laura's wedding.
it doesn't resonate with me.
It's not a priority for you.
At all.
Yeah.
And in fact, like you say, Matt and Laura, I'm like, I don't know what Laura looks like dancing.
Because you never were, that wasn't anything you were into personally. Like you were never like, I'm a great dancer.
We went out 5 times a week
Well,
dancing.
I think a woman that dances well is very sexy.
Interesting.
And it's a way to look cool.
Yeah.
You know, that's not for you.
It's
That's okay.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not attracted to it, but it's not on my...
But what about Anderson .Paak?
Top
If she
5.
can't dance, then she can't, ooh.
Okay, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think you can have sex if you can't dance.
Right. So that's a lie that he said that.
Yeah, but I do think someone who's very in touch with their body and knows how to move their body, it's a good signal. Let me just ask you this. There's 2 guys. They're identical twin brothers.
Okay.
They look the same. They have the same personality.
The exact same personality.
Yes. One of them is dancing like a dad.
Okay.
And the other one is dancing very well.
Okay, listen, that's not a good...
It's a perfect one.
No, it's not because you made them the same.
Group.
You made them the same.
The only variable is they're dancing.
Obviously...
So which one do you want to get in bed with?
No, that's not how you play this game. You have to give me different sets of good things. And one of them is dancing on one person.
Yeah.
The other has other stuff, and I have to pick. If obviously they're the exact same and they're dancing, I'm obviously going to pick that.
Great, because you would say it's more attractive than not.
Yes, I already said that. I said
okay.
it is.
I thought it was like who cares?
No, you're not listening.
Okay, I'm trying.
I said it's not that it's not attractive. It is attractive.
Okay.
But it's not on my list. It's not like top
3.
5 things.
Great.
So yes, of course, if top 5 things are met with 2 people and they're the same person and they look exactly the same and have the exact same personality,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no to good dancing.
Yeah, okay.
But if it's like guy A.
And really quick,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at them and you're like, I wonder who's better in bed, would you not assume that the guy that's coordinated and on rhythm is better in bed?
If they have the exact same everything. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Anyways, Ace is a spectacular dancer. Lincoln and he were having so much fun together.
That's fun.
And we were gay dads, as you know.
Great.
At Disneyland. But we're not as built this trip. We're not as big.
You are.
Well, just keep it
This
neutral.
whole episode's of disaster. God. Oh my God.
I'm a little bigger than Charlie at the moment, which is very rare. First time in our whole friendship, I'm a little bigger than him. So I think what people assumed changed. So remember last time he was an Adonis and they thought I must be an architect. Do you remember this whole thing?
Only vaguely.
They're like, oh, the one man's much older than his husband.
Right.
But he looks kind of cool. He looks artistic. He's got tattoos. He must be an architect. This is what they thought.
Now, you think that when people look at tattoos, they think artsy.
Yeah, I think if you're seeing someone who is heavily tattooed and successful.
Well, how do they know that?
Because we have a guide.
Oh.
I mean, that's a giveaway.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. But
I'm
maybe
just being honest.
But maybe your hot husband.
Okay, great.
Is rich.
So yes, we're just going with like most people think. So you see an older dude with a younger man, they have a guide.
Got it. Okay. And he has tattoos.
90+% of people are going to go, oh, the older dude's got some money.
Okay.
Oh, wow, he's made some money, but he's also heavily tattooed. So he's either owns a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
You go through
This is very LA.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, if you were in the Midwest and I saw a dude heavily tattooed and I knew he was rich, I'd go, oh, he owns a tool and die shop. Like this is
exactly.
What environment could he make a ton of money but also look like a fucking junkie?
Scary guy.
Yes. Okay, so that was last year's scenario that we both thought was most likely. People definitely thought I was an architect.
Okay.
And this was my boy toy.
Okay.
But now it's a little bigger this year. So now I'm not sure what they think. I didn't have as clear of a conclusion of what people thought. Other than people, again, were very excited and happy that we had a family. That seems to be consistent.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Families are great.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fact? Did you notice that during this whole time we've been talking, I've picked at my fingernail?
Yeah.
And now I have this piece, and I've been putting it places.
Different places in hopes that you'll remember it. I see you grab your phone, which is disheartening. So I'm like, oh, she's checking her phone in the middle of this story about me being an architect.
I wasn't.
And now you should eat it. Just eat it.
No, I've never eaten it.
You dropped it between your legs.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, there it is. One of our guests will be sitting there and be like, God, I just keep stabbing my butt cheek.
Some people will be like so disgusted by what just happened.
Yeah. Well, remember, you would put your feet on the couch and people would really lose their marbles.
They wouldn't like it. Yeah. And I am not that grossed out by nails. And I guess I'm not that grossed out by hair. I guess I'm like
You're pretty
very chill.
You are. You're afraid of death, but everything before then, you're kind of fine with.
Yeah. Okay.
Pooty, nails.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I'm
you're
proud
chill.
of myself for that.
Cool. You're cool.
You're cool.
You're cool.
Can't dance, but you're cool.
Can't dance to save your life, but if you shave that side, you'll pull it off.
I was a good dancer.
Well, no one will ever know.
I danced well with this one person. We danced a lot together. Okay. Oh, I pulled this up to show you something, and now I have forgotten. Whew, I'm all over well, we just did Armchair Anonymous. This is what happens. Yeah. Our brain gets a little jammy. That's an Easter egg.
That's an Easter egg for...
No, don't say that. Okay.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
This is for Rebecca Lemov. And this was interesting because this was brainwashing and scary.
Do you think you've been brainwashed?
By you. Oh, you tried. You tried to brainwash me into thinking dancing was the best quality.
I just think it's a very hot, attractive quality.
It's hot and it's attractive.
It turns things sexual. I guess that's really what I'm saying.
Oh.
It breaks through. Like, you could meet a dude and you'd be like, oh, he's good, but I'm in the friend zone. You could see him dance and be like, you know what? Like, it's definitely an en route.
You're right about that.
Thank you.
But it's not a bad dancer if I like them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is not a deterrent.
Correct.
But I guess you're right. A good dancer can be an additive.
Yeah, it could change the dynamic of everything.
That's true.
Yeah. That's been my experience. Which is, I think some girls were like, whatever, I don't know, he's loud. And then on the dance floor, like, oh, this is interesting. He is
loud.
Very loud. Louder.
As a dancer.
Even louder.
Okay. Population decline. You said California's population is declining and everyone else's is on the rise. Now I'm going to read you the list here.
Okay.
This is most decline all the way up to most growth.
Okay.
Okay. So the most...
You can do like the top 10 and bottom 10?
Sure. Okay. I'm not going to count.
Okay.
I'm going to read them all.
All 50 states.
Yeah. Okay. So the most decline, New York.
They're hemorrhaging people.
Yeah. 0.91% population change downward.
0.19?
91.
Oh, 9.1. Almost 10% of the state left? Or
No,
9.1 out of 100,000 people?
0.91%.
Oh, 0.91.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Change in population.
Okay, so almost fell a percent.
Okay, New York, so that's the worst. Then Illinois. Yikes.
Sorry,
Because
Rob.
left.
Yeah, that's
True.
You're
makes it
part
look
of
good.
it.
Yeah, it
You're
makes
part
it-
of it. New York, Illinois, Louisiana, West Virginia, Hawaii, Oregon, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, California. So already there's a lot worse off than us. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Then Maryland, New Mexico, Massachusetts, Alaska, New Jersey, Ohio, Kansas, Michigan, Vermont, Connecticut, Iowa, Minnesota.
All losing people.
Fuck. Oh, Michigan is the last loser.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Last of the losers.
Last of the losers is Michigan.
Which is first place in losers.
That's right.
Yeah.
0.03%.
Oh, that's nothing.
Population decline.
That could be a miscount.
Now, it wasn't. This is on World Population Review.
Okay.
Very trusted brand.
I'm always on there.
Now we're going to go neutral up. Okay? So Vermont has 0.1% growth
Okay.
in population
Could be a
change.
statistical error. Go ahead.
Connecticut, Iowa, Minnesota, Kentucky, Missouri, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Indiana, Virginia, Wyoming, Alabama, Colorado, New Hampshire, Washington, Maine, Oklahoma, Nevada, Georgia, ding, 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 Tennessee, ding, 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 Utah, North Carolina, Arizona, Arkansas, Delaware, Montana, South Dakota, Texas, South Carolina, Idaho, Florida.
Man, I would have definitely thought Tennessee and Texas were higher on that list.
Tennessee's pretty high.
What's the percentage change?
It's the 12th,
But what percentage?
1.19%.
1.1. So that's higher than the biggest loser.
Yeah. The
biggest loser is
most,
0.9.
Florida is 1.91% population growth.
2% a year.
Almost.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just, as a Californian, people are worse off than us.
Yeah.
And I just want that to be known.
Okay. You want more people to come, or you want to stay the same, or you want people to leave?
Oh, I don't have an opinion on that.
Okay.
Okay. Infanticide among Inuits. Until recently, certain Eskimo groups were reported to practice female infanticide in the belief that the time spent suckling a girl would delay the mother's next opportunity to bear a son, males being preferred to females because of their future role as providers in a hunting economy. From sex ratios and census data, rates of female infanticide of up to 66% for some groups have been inferred, leading some
66%.
leading some ethnographers to conclude that these groups were headed for extinction. Eskimo beliefs regarding the effects of infanticide on fertility, however, are in accord with the results of research on the relation of fertility and lactation. The cessation of lactation following infanticide would significantly shorten the expected interval until the next birth. Given this fact and available field data regarding the parameters of Eskimo population growth, the present computer simulation indicates that Eskimo populations could sustain a rate of 30% female infanticide and still survive.
You reading that just reminded me I have something much better. That is what I screen grabbed to tell you.
Okay, tell
Can
me.
I interrupt this portion
Yeah,
of the
that was
fact
it.
check? That was it?
I mean, it's sad.
Okay, this is really something. And I probably need to send these to Rob right now so he can get them up on the TV.
Oh, great.
Okay, so for the listener who can't see this, it's a picture of a very white woman on the left and a very, very black woman on the right. 36-year-old German model who now identifies as black plans to move to Africa after taking melatonin injections.
No.
She and her partner are now preparing for the move, with the influencer stating, "My husband and I had already planned to emigrate a few years ago, but then the pandemic hit. It hasn't been easy choosing where in Africa, but we currently have Kenya and Namibia on our short list." Now scroll through the other pictures there, Rob.
Oh, my God.
This is, wait till you see the one in her and her tribe outfit.
Are we
She's
sure
dressed
it's her?
like-
It is her.
It is her. And she's dressed like she's a Maasai or something. This is nuts. Do you think this will be like, will people sign
real?
on to this? Yeah, so there's a peptide you can take.
No.
Bodybuilders use it to be darker so they don't have to use as much self-tanner. And apparently she's just on an elephant dose of it. And she is black and
She's
identifies
dark, very
as
dark
black.
Skin.
You can't identify as black.
No.
Right?
No.
Do you think is there any conceivable way in the future this will be a very protected group?
No, because this isn't fair to black in a very marginalized group.
Yes.
I mean, unless, okay, look, here's how this is the only way it could happen.
Okay.
If the black community was like, great.
We love it.
Then,
Send us your whites.
Then
Send us your previous whites.
I guess we can't have a problem with it.
I'm more okay with her just dyeing herself black.
No, why?
Over saying I identify as black.
Oh.
My issue is the identify as black.
Exactly.
I don't really care if you take too many peptides.
Okay, what did she say? Hold on, let's go back real quick.
Okay. She said,
who now identifies as black. Oh,
has announced plans to move to Africa after injecting melatonin, a synthetic hormone to darken her skin. But yeah, I guess people probably, there's no way people who can't see this are imagining her skin is as dark as it is. And she is as white as it gets on the left. This is nuts, right? This is like something you used to see in the old days in the Enquirer. This happened, remember, with the woman that was somehow became president of the NAACP, and she said she identified as black.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It is called melanotin. It is peptide hormone stimulating. Like,
go ahead.
I mean, no. But then is it okay to make me white? I mean, I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't care.
This then gets into that where, to me, that's way worse. What she's doing is way worse than the other way around.
Yes, because I would say yes, she also has ginormous augmented breasts, which is interesting. If you've not experienced racism your entire life, to say you identify as black is, how could you?
It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
I just think it's white entitlement to the nth degree.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Like as Joy would say, the caucasity.
Yeah.
The caucasity to say you identify as black.
Although,
I can't believe I haven't sent this to.
Yeah, you have to send it to her.
I got to send all this right now.
You know what's kind of, obviously I think this is atrocious. This is a no. This is bad. But what you just said, like if you are a white person, you can't say you identify as black because you've never experienced what it's like to be a black person in this country. I will say she's not going to be a black person in this country. She's going to be a black person in Africa, where racism is going to be not look like.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That was Kirby's kind of what she illuminated for us was like, it's different in England because people chose to come there. That's just, the whole dynamic is completely different.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I guess if you were, I mean, now we're trying to pick maybe what's the best place to do this in.
I mean, this is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane to do. It's entitled.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I guess also who cares? A little bit of who cares?
It's
like she
not
wants
fair.
it. She's on some weird journey.
Yeah.
She's not hurting anyone. I guess I shouldn't care.
Well, I care on behalf of a marginalized group that has experienced a lot of hardship
but to your point,
and racism.
in Africa, they're not marginalized. So.
Well, yeah.
And she's from Germany.
Whatever.
Complicates everything. Okay. You can resume your facts.
Also, I don't, as someone with brown skin, God, I mean, this is like, what are we doing? What are we doing with peptides?
What if a white person, me,
okay,
and I said, I'm Indian.
Yeah.
I want to identify as Indian, and I took this peptide.
Like,
what would you,
I would just
what
be
would
like,
your action?
but you're not. Like,
but I identify as.
Stop.
Ever since I went to India, I realize I'm Indian.
Okay, I guess I'd say, what about India? What makes you feel Indian?
I like the food.
Okay, so you like Indian food.
And it feels like I was designed to eat that food. It made me think, that's weird. Why does this food sit so right? It's like I've evolved to eat this food.
Oh, I don't.
And then I realized, oh my God, I know what's going on. I'm from Bombay.
Oh, okay, it's actually Mumbai.
But not when I left. It was still Bombay.
Because you didn't leave, because you are never from.
Yeah, I was there. Clearly, I was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
so you think what do you think happened? Do you think that you were born there?
I was assigned the wrong ethnicity at birth. I was assigned Caucasoid, but I'm Indian.
And were you born there?
I'm reincarnated. I'm a Buddhist too.
Okay.
I have a lot.
You can
I'm
be
Siddhartha.
You can be Buddhist.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
But I was an Indian Buddhist, and I was reincarnated in this stupid Caucasoid body.
I see.
I'm Indian, and the food tastes so good to me.
So you might.
And I'm of a high caste, I found out.
From?
Because, of course, I am.
Okay. So you might have been an Indian Buddhist, and
Yeah.
you have been reincarnated. I can't deny that, but you have been reincarnated as a American white person.
The oppressor? No. Maybe you want to be the oppressor,
No.
but I don't.
I am the oppressor. I dropped my
Your nail again?
Yeah.
I can't believe you even found it.
I know.
I thought it was lost to the...
I feel complicated about melatonin or melanotin.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel we were talking about this yesterday. Like peptides are a lot of the rage right now in LA.
Yeah.
And there is the real chance that you can just change your whole being with them.
Yeah.
I am very skeptical of it. And now with this makes me like even more.
But this, this is the most extreme case imaginable.
But it's a real peptide.
I love peptides.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a little reminiscent of your initial
Ozempic
issue, which is like, why not? Like, I don't,
But why
who
not?
cares?
No, I don't think it's fair for you to decide tomorrow to take melatonin, and then become my color. Like, I don't think that's...
Well, that's a very extreme version of peptides. But do I deserve to take a peptide that elevates my HGH levels naturally? Well, it's not naturally. I'm taking a peptide.
Nothing's
but
natural.
my thyroid, or my pituitary gland's making the HGH. It's not exogenous HGH. What's the problem?
Yeah, I just think all of this is a really, really, really intense obsession with
feeling good?
Anti-aging and optimization.
Yeah.
That I find overall just like not you. This overall conversation about it obsessive and very the substance.
Yeah, but let's take me as an example.
Okay.
Like, I have a crazy workout regimen and a diet regimen, and I'm going to take anything that doesn't have bad side effects that's going to help me in that pursuit.
In the pursuit of what?
Being as physically fit as I possibly can.
Okay.
And I can afford to.
Yeah.
Right? Now, is it fair or not that I can and other people? I think it's a side conversation. But just assume everyone has access to everything.
Yep.
And I'm 50. I just was at Coda and I rode a motorcycle all day long on the racetrack.
Yeah.
And I felt great and I was able to do that. And primarily because of my fitness. Mm-hmm. A lot of the 50-year-old dudes are not doing the sessions like I can do.
Yeah.
So my life is really good because I can still pursue my hobbies with vigor, and it makes my life better. And that is solely an outcome of how I've taken care of my body. And this is yet another tool like eating well is, or like that protein is, or vitamins are. It's just another thing. It's a very arbitrary line between should I take vitamin D or take a peptide?
Well, there is a difference in that a lot of these peptides aren't like approved. I looked on the website yesterday of one, and they all say not for human use.
Yeah, so that I go through a doctor. So, yes, without a prescription, you're going to get on a website and it's going to say for animal use or something.
Yeah.
I have no claim on that. But I'm talking about going to a doctor and having the human version of a peptide prescribed to you.
I guess if a doctor is prescribing it.
And I get blood panels every 2.5, 3 months
sure
that monitors everything.
Look, I don't think it's like amoral. I think it's... I think society has become really obsessed with anti-aging.
You think more than?
Yeah, this is extra. I mean, to me, injecting yourself with a massive concoction of things that you're tweaking to make you look 30 for the rest of your life. To me, is literally the substance, like that movie.
Yeah, well, but the substance was robbing your futures, your current self. So there was a heavy price to pay.
There was a price to pay.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing the price to pay other than the financial.
We don't know.
Price. Well, no, anything I'm on has been in the market and has been used on HIV patients for 35, 40 years.
I know, but you don't have HIV.
No.
So you don't know technically. There's a reason these things aren't FDA approved. They have not been tested for long enough.
No, all of these are FDA approved if you get a prescription. And they're also a category that can be used in lab testing, which is what you're seeing on the website. But no, all of any peptide I'm on from a doctor has been FDA approved and used in medical trials. One in this case I'm referencing is HIV patients.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. Obviously, I have no say in what other people do, but it sprouts all these interesting questions because I don't want to.
Yeah.
But then I think, if literally everyone else is doing this,
you feel pressured to do it.
It's not even that I feel pressured. It's like I'm gonna look so old. Or I'm going to look so, even though I'm actually aging naturally, I'm going to be left behind.
Well, you're aging naturally, but with Botox and injections.
Yeah.
It's an identical argument for someone who's like looking at you and going like, well, fuck, do I have to get Botox because everyone's doing it? And I don't want to get Botox, but Monica's getting it and now I have to. So it's like, that's the same argument as this peptide thing to me.
It is. I mean, that's why I did that.
Yeah.
Because over time, it's like, oh my God, everyone is doing this. And I guess if everyone has a face that looks wrinkle-free and I'm the only one walking around with wrinkles, that's going to look insane now when it used to look normal.
Well, this is an interesting side thing that will take too long. But I more think about, yes, I've talked about this with Eric and stuff. It's like, well, everyone's going to be on tirzepatide or some GLP-1 at some point. It's going to be over the counter.
Yeah.
Let's just say everyone's going to be on it. It's 4 cents. Everyone's skinny. Let's just say everyone's skinny.
I know.
But what I think is like, well, in a world where everyone's skinny, people that aren't skinny will be very interesting and exciting. So if no one has wrinkles, it's interesting to think of just if everything's neutralized.
But I guess that's my whole, I'm like, we're becoming one person thing.
Yeah.
And that is boring.
But we're not.
But we kind of are. It's like if everyone can get the exact same coloring.
Yeah.
If you can change your features, if you can make yourself not age, if you can be all one body weight, like that is so boring, really, I think, for me anyway.
Or you might, silver lining, it might actually be, well, then all you'd be deciding on is personality. Everything else has been neutralized.
I guess. I mean,
doesn't that sound like utopia a little bit?
No. Yeah, sure. I
don't know. It's just, it's interesting. It's fascinating. If mine was, I don't think I'd look any hotter. I don't think my face looks better. There's like nothing I'm taking to look better.
But there are peptides like that. There are
I want them.
I know.
What are they? Let me ask my doctor if I can be on those. But yeah, I'm up for everything that makes me feel better and doesn't have a big cost associated with it.
You know what's wild is the other day, a old video popped up on Instagram of, do you remember from The Hills, Heidi and Spencer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And do you remember she got so much
Surgery?
plastic surgery?
Oh, she did. I didn't know that, but.
It was a huge thing. She like got a ton of plastic surgery. They did this episode where she was basically like talking to her mom and her sister.
Right.
Her mom and her sister were bawling.
Uh-huh.
And she was explaining everything she did, and she was like talking kind of weird, and like it was sad. Like it was presented as, oh my God, cautionary tale.
Yes.
And this popped up, and I was like, that is not how I remember it. She looks kind of like so many people now.
Oh, nowadays.
Like her in quotes, like crazy things she did.
This is kind of standard.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I will say when I'm in Beverly Hills, I will pass like 6 or 7 women in a row that have identical shaped faces. Because the filler ends up making every face.
And they
like
get nose jobs that their nose is the same, and lip injections that make their lips all the same. And yeah.
I just don't care.
am going to get chin filler again.
Right. Yeah. I just don't care.
About what?
That people do that stuff. It doesn't bother me.
I don't care individually. Like, I don't care that person in Beverly Hills is doing it. But societally, I start to like pull back and I think, oh my God, we really are shifting into this other realm. And that is where I start
I just think people have always been doing everything they could. So they wore perfume when that was invented, and they got hairbrushes to keep their hair pretty, and they got combs, and they got hairstyles, and everything that was ever at your disposal.
Yeah.
People have been pursuing looking the best they can.
Yeah.
And there's more and more products in the mix.
Yeah.
But I do think people have been trying to look their very best for, I don't think that's new.
I haven't brushed my hair in like 4 days, so.
Well, we pick what things. I know me too. My jeans are dirty, but I need to work out.
Anyway, that's all very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
All right. Love you.